Hey, good morning. It's the 25th of November. Nice and early in the morning, on my way to work, and I realised there was something else that I would much prefer to do. That going to work aligns with a certain energy in this world. It does, and I have to do it. We all have to do it. But doing this aligns with an energy that I love. I enjoy my work most of the time, but the love I feel for this interaction, leaves it in the dust. I find it uplifting, just a moment in this. But as ever, my name's Tim, aka Mr. Invisible, aka the old quantum multi-dimensional time bandit business, just to keep you up to date here. I hope you're keeping yourselves up to date, to be honest. And up to date with what? Up to date with what? What was the tipping point I spoke of, I pray for, I know is happening? Where is it? Is it in this world? Is it of this world? Or is it purely an understanding, a stepping into that awareness, that consciousness? That is this transition, that's this transformation we're capable of. Is that putting the rosy glasses back on and thinking there's some nice people around me? I know there are some nice people. But I also know a little bit more about human nature than that. Anyway, this is just going to be a little catch-up, as ever. A little staying together on this dream. And interacting with the elements that uplift us. Because it's so easy to be unlifted. Oh, we could all do that for each other. It's the simplest thing. Simpler, it would seem, than lifting. But I just want to have a chat. A chat in the invisible place. Well, surf's up for those surfers out there. I would say the surf of the last days is good, even if I don't seem to have my board waxed, forget to even tie my leash. Still surfing. And I've lost track. I couldn't have written down these experiences if I tried. But throughout, there's always some that stick. As I've said with my wild bird. I always think, yeah, if you know what I mean. I remember. And this morning I want to touch on something else. Something that will hopefully help, hopefully affect, and hopefully bring a bit of clarity here. This morning I had the experiences, but one early on in the time, if you like, really stood out because of its unusualness. Well, not unusual, it stood out. It was very clear. And funnily enough, and this is why I hope and pray it is there to help, I had an experience with my what should I call you? My reverse ping pong pal, I'll call you. Because it would seem that the divine agrees with my reverse ping pong pledge. I said, and last night, or just this morning, I had a very clear experience, and I pray it is shared. Because as much as some of us may be shielded or separated from these experiences, I believe there are plenty capable of experiencing them, that these are shared experiences. Maybe not always, starting to understand the multi-levels of us. But some stand out so much, and I have to feel they are shared. So I would like to say to my reverse ping pong mate, all right, mate, that was great. Can you see now how simple this forgiveness truly is? And I have been telling you all along, it is that simple. You ask my friends, I am not a person to hold a grudge. In fact, I'm the opposite. I try to remove it as quickly and simply, gracefully as possible. I don't like things on my head. I don't accept them. And I'd say that for me, forgiveness, I forgave you long ago. That isn't the bloody issue here. Wake up, everyone. Forgiveness has been on the table this entire time. That's not the issue. The issue is coming to it with clarity. So for me, that experience this morning helped me in showing me I'm on the right path again. And also, that I believe you have now understood that a little bit better. That forgiveness isn't only on offer, it is a given. Honestly. And this goes across the board, more or less. I've been told in my life, and have been for a long time, to let go of what no longer serves you. Now, that is people and situations, circumstances. In my little life, I have some situations that the letting go for me is coming to a place of peace with. Because they are humans that I will always have an interaction with. They're precious human beings to me. So the letting go is the rising above the problems and letting go and forgiving the past, not reliving it over and over again. That's in my little life. I'm learning to do that, to rise above, and some individuals certainly let go. They're not welcome to my time and energy. That is happening. And yet I will still, even to those, extend a hand. But I'm not going to waste my time. With you, my ping pong pal, I've never felt it's a waste of time. I've felt it's a balance that must happen. And the confusion and misunderstanding is different from what I may have perceived. And that truthfully, it's just one of these human dramas that we need to rise above. And somehow this universe gave me an opportunity for that this morning that I am grateful for. It brings clarity. It brings hope. And I hope that for you as well. Because I know this hasn't been an easy journey for anyone. And yet here we are. With the service. And I'd say it's time. It cannot be denied. It cannot be stopped. And for all of us, you know, it's almost like we're stepping into a time where cause and effect becomes a lot closer together. It's not drawn out. Cause and effect is right next to each other. Our actions have consequences. Our thoughts lead to actions. And just as in my microcosm, I'm learning to let go. In the macrocosm, a similar dynamic will and is taking place. That, like it or not, I have a personality. I have a character. I have tried over these years to present myself to you. Oh. So far, on this level, in this world that is unaccepted, I have been ignored, essentially. And yet, with higher understanding, I know that's not true. And with that character, with my personality comes not rules and not limits in some way. But there will be some boundaries. And to be honest, you know, just lately watching what's happened in the States, I'm not going to get into politics, perhaps I shouldn't ever have watched. I was just really hoping we were going to change a chapter there. And then in among that, disgusting display of bigotry and hatred that I see unfolding there, encouraged and helped. Tied very, very intricately into that is the evangelist movement and the Christian nationals. A few Catholics teetering on the edge here. Now, what can I say to you? I'm a very easy guy here, you know. But one thing gets me is taking the Lord's name in vain and using it to further your agenda. So I'm sorry. You will find out a boundary here. And it's a bit of a scary one for me to approach. But to me it does seem very simply a split. that you've now entered the church of Q, the church of questions, I'm afraid. And, you know, your church might end up busier than any other church. I don't know. I pray not. But I tell you, all you'll get is questions. And your leader, the orange Jesus, he is your leader. And you are in the church of questions. Now, I'm not going to leave you alone completely. But I will make sure you have your questions. One question I've got for you is, what are you going to do about the Bible? You're going to have to change all the crosses for Q's. I mean, actually, it's all right because Trump sells his own Bible. $60. With Republican governors forcing it to be bought by schools across the states so that Trump profits. Can you see why it bothers me? I ain't bothered. But I would say you should be. Honestly. Anyway, that was a little entrance for you all into the Church of Q. And I may well take you there from time to time. But I will always point out there is a place of answers. Will it always remain the secret place? Maybe it must. Was I disappointed? Oh, goodness me. My disappointment is that now I was so hoping the guy would disappear a bit, and now it's like another 4 years it is. Oh, let's get out of NATO, let's crush Ukraine, let's me and my buddy Putin share the world. It's like, seriously? 2, 3, 4 men's egos. And that's source expressing itself. Then I have every right to be source expressing itself as well. And the truth's gonna sting a few of you, I'm afraid. To lighten up. Back into the place of nice stuff and answers, huh? To lighten up, the surf's up, remember. And I've been meeting so many in that secret place. And it gives me a jubilation. It gives me a lift. And that's the lift that will take us towards, or help us to simply experience this tipping point. Because this tipping point is real. And the darkness now will try everything it can to stop it, because they are scared. So I'd like to say, everyone that's walking with me, stand back up. I told you to sit down the other day. Like Simon says, it's not. It was symbolic. Stand up. We will shine a light so bright on this planet. It is prophecy. It is destiny. It must happen. Because if we don't take this step together, then we could be stuck in the same cycles, with the same forces ruling our lives. If only greed could realise everything would be fine if everyone had some stuff, you know? How does greed think it has to take from others? There's enough. I pray for some clarity over there in the States. You know, this has been leading up in a sense for years. I just was praying for a little change there. I suppose it depends which side you're on. I know the Christian nationalists and evangelists are over the bloody moon. They think, yeah, we're going to have concentration camps and we'll show them and we can send the gays as well. Yeah, let's do it. It's funny how everyone he seems to try to put in positions of power, Orange Jesus, seems to be a sexual predator as well. It's a funny little synchronicity. Oh, sorry, I don't want to hurt his reputation or anything. Seems impossible. Should have left mine alone then, shouldn't he? Little bit ping-pongy. Sorry, angels. Little bit young. I'll balance up. Don't you worry. Anyway, at least there was one little bit of reverse ping-pong. Then I reach out my hand to you, my friend, and I shake it, alright? Now let's get our shit together here. This isn't a joke anymore, and we've got a lot to do. So I would like you to have a wonderful day, all and all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.